Here we go, guys. Battle. It's one of those spots I've had trouble with lately. I've had a lot of trouble with this spot lately. It really depends on the opponent. I decided to 3-bet it. You can jam it, you can fold it. I think what's been happening lately in that spot around M9-10 is I've been jamming a little bit too deep for my liking with those sort of hands that are very easily dominated. And they snap call there with the Ace-8 suited or Ace-10 and you just feel like a massive donk. Just found that turbo in time there. It was beeping away at me. It's hiding underneath the Stars 20. That's what these B-Win 20s do, because I don't have them on my I'm running stack and tile here. I don't have them set up running through stack and tile because it was causing errors. Bugs, it was a bit buggy. Three and that's 4. Well, it's going to fold that one, I think. So bottom right now, it's we are 18 of 22. Bottom right, it's very, very short, and we've got an M7 jam UTG. I don't think we can quite. I mean, I think we can't. Don't think we can quite call 17, but we are in M3, so it's actually pretty close. It looks like he's got 6s or 7s, but he's just a little bit too deep. I think I'm going to fold. It's pretty close just because we're so short, even though we're just never ahead. We're always behind, but we're just so short that the pot odds are boosted by the blinds and antes. It's a close one. Decided to let it go and try and get fold equity jamming first in. Everyone's short top right. We got chips early in that one, didn't we? Somehow popped up. I think I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? Isolate. Small. The thing about the isolation is it only costs us the same as if we were just bringing it in for a raise anyway. Pretty close to three betting there with the 9-10. Wow, this guy's flats behind and he's M5. That's pretty weird. So I will bet on the top left. I mean, it's pretty hard not to stack off here with the backdoor flush, backdoor straight, and the ace. But I mean, if we get jammed on, we're hating life. But I just don't think. Well, actually. Can we ever fold that? Maybe we can. Maybe I should have checked back, actually. The thing about checking... the thing about... excuse me. The thing about checking back is that sometimes, you know, they do actually get there. Sometimes you do actually allow them to get there. So, you know, they got Jack, Queen, King, Jack, King... I mean, they got it. One guy's got 8%. You know, the other guy's got like a... Might have a 10 jack and give you some value, or might have 9s and hit a 9. So, you know, they've got somewhere between maybe 6 and 10 outs, you know, between them. So, you got to be a little bit careful checking back, giving free cards as well. I think I'm just going to jam bottom right. King 6 and we're M3. Yeah. May actually even get just a tiny weeny little bit of fold equity, but not much. Just trying to get a little teeny weeny bit, but wow. Spade. Oh, he's got the spades. We were just dead. Just not looking good in that one. That really lingered on, that one, didn't it? Really lingered on. It was a long bubble and then it was a slow, painful death. So I think I'll bring in this. Well, that's disappointing. Just looking at the lobby and saw a couple of these, the 55 rebuy and 33 rebuy late ones were cancelled. I blame myself because I hadn't registered for them yet. Because I was playing it by ear of how these other tournaments were going, and it would have just been us and a whole bunch of fat Russians. So it's pretty disappointing. Sorry if any of you are overweight Russians listening to this. No offense intended, just usually that's the type of players that are actually playing it. Yeah. This is a pretty tough spot here. We got a 3x open. Guy's pretty late. Wow. Don't have any HUD on him, do we? It's botch, yeah. It's 18. It's like a such a tough spot. I think I'm gonna fold. It's a little bit nitty. I mean, he's short and he's opening into shorts and he's 3xing, and now we get to see his ace-5 suited. 10 jack, wow. And we would have had the nut flush. I don't know if he calls if we jam. 10 jack opens short into shorts. 736. It's probably a bad fold by me. I mean, it is when you see that. We have the nuts. We would have got the nuts, but yeah, I mean, it's just close because he looks like he's raised calling off. So you got to ask yourself, what sort of raise calling off at M7 or 8ish, you know, as it was 10 jack. I mean, I think pairs and maybe some smaller suited aces and Broadway holdings like he had, and I mean, we're not in awesome shape against him with ace 9. I mean, it's pretty close. He still could have ace jack, you know, something like that. Yeah, it's pretty close. If we knew a bit of information about him, you know, it's obviously going to be much easier. But we were kind of blind in that department. I think I'm going to fold top left, yeah. 12, yeah, probably just raise this one. What's Herbert guy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, limps. I think I'm just going to raise this up. It's going to be a bit annoying if he jams because, yeah, it looked like it was just limp folding, but 5, 9, 10, 11. Queen 10, the hand I hate. 5,000 to call, 8 in there. I don't think we can quite fold. We can quite fold. Can we fold? Can we find a fold here? Can we find a fold here? No, I don't think we can. And just as well we didn't. He's probably thinking, hey, why'd you slow roll me? This is up, you slow rolled me, prick. But you know, I just hate giving away chips in that spot. But Queen 10 was a little bit too strong against him, 5.5-ish. I mean, we're kind of unlucky to run into I mean, a hand even that good. Yeah. That was a big one. Bottom right there. Just eating some bread, guys. Just bear with me. Easy jam top left. This guy's been pretty loose. Normally it would be pretty close. UTG opener into the field. Players with lots of jamming stacks. But in this case I feel it's pretty easy. Just because he's so loose, the UTG opener. Spade. Hey, yeah, we lose another flip. 23, 6,000. I don't think we can quite fold against that guy there. He's on the loosish side. He's short. He can have pocket twos. He can have king 8 suited, 10 jack, ace 4. He can have jacks. He can fill up. Especially because we're the big blind. You know, we close the action. We already have big blind out. We're getting a pretty good price. So, top middle table we had ace jack, but this guy, it's the first time he's opened in 16 hands. We don't really know anything about him. I didn't really want to call, but I do think 3-betting and folding to his jam is okay. And calling if this guy jams, and folding if anyone else jams. It does put him under a lot of pressure, so it has a lot of merit just on the pressure it puts a player under alone. But at the same time, don't really know anything about this guy, what he's doing, you know, if he can open light there, what he's capable of. I mean, he has opened fairly early-ish into a somewhat aggressive table. But it was a decent spot to open, having said that, with this stack distribution behind. So, as it was, you know, he just called and then folded flop. So he probably had like a king, queen, king, jack suited type of hand. Frank Fish, small raised with... he's small raised with his short stack. I don't think he necessarily has a big hand when he does that. My note on him says loves limping and being a donk. So I don't know. When he's small raises there, I mean, he's trying to represent like he has a monster, but he might just be actually thinking, well, I'm so short, I'm going to commit, but how am I going to do it? Well, I'll just do it by raising small and pretending I have the nuts. Or he may actually have had the nuts. So I'm not sure which one it was. Dangerous. Mr. Tim Cum. Bottom middle is Steve O'Dwyer. For those who weren't aware of that. And for those who don't know who that is, you could find him pretty quickly, I'd imagine, with a YouTube search. Since he has won, I think he's won 1 or 2 high roller tournaments, EPT high rollers. Pretty tough hand, bottom left. Probably just going to small c-bet river. If he checks back turn, we can have a jack, 10 jack, jack 9. We could have a queen as well. So I mean, it's in a pretty tough spot when he does this to us. 5. If we hit a king or a knight or a king, I might actually fold here. I don't think he's going to barrel again on that board. I mean, it's a board that smashes our range pretty hard. And he's got to fear check raises some of the time with queens, clubs, straight draws, king 10. Unless he knows that we know that. He knows that we know that he knows. Yeah, I think bottom right we're calling here. Ace 9, that's the one. And probably some barrels up here. We can't quite fold there, we're just a bit short. That's how we do it. That's how we roll around here. So top left now, I think it's going to be hard to get value from worse. So I'm going to check, maybe induce some bluffs. And maybe sometimes he values worse, like a 10 or jack of spades. One, two, three, four. 1,929. I wonder how often that works. So I played the 2-3 off there, just thought for a minute that it was actually a high-low game, raised it. And I think it's actually high we're playing up there, isn't it? Let me check. Yeah, it is actually. It's Hold'em high. So he has check raised top left. I think... How often do we think he's got it? You know, that's the question. I mean, he's got it. He's got it a lot here. He has it a lot. Everything about his raise sizing and just just everything here. 3, 4. Yeah, I think I will fold that one. But it's 500 to call to win 2,700 because we get our own bet back. What's that? 1 in 5 or something like. Is that like 80? We only have to be good here, like 18% or something ridiculous, right? So I don't think I can fold. Just in case, you know, against an unknown in a 55, like he could just have sevens, red sevens, and just have spazzed out or something, you know. But he does have the nuts, and he did have us. Had us well crushed from the flop onwards, really, didn't he? Not pre-flop, but from the flop onwards, we were pretty crushed. And maybe we can fold. I mean, I don't know how often a donk is going to check raise on that river and take that line, so it's pretty close, but. You know, it was like 500 and then just calling it like 2,700 or something, I said, right? 500 divided by 2,700 equals, yeah, 18% I said, and that's about right, you know, I mean, we only have to be good. I mean, we have to be, what's that, like 83. We have to be 83% sure he's got the nuts, you know. It's pretty hard to be 83% sure he's got the nuts there, I think. It's definitely close, don't get me wrong. And some of you might say, I'm 95% sure he's got the nuts. He never does that without it. But yeah, I mean, it's a good read if that's your style, if that's your thing. But man, we've just seen some crazy donkey plays today, haven't we? We've just seen some donkey plays. It's just, yeah, I mean, he can just roll over red sevens there. I think he can. Just once in a while, he's got the red sevens. And he just completely, he's been watching too much YouTube, been watching Durr pull triple barrel bluffs with 6 high, and he's like, okay, I'm going to try something here. Ace King, good top left. I thought it might be. Looked like he had Date 9, Queen 9, King Queen type of thing. A decent percentage of the time. So no need to sort of bet it. 8, 9 suited is going to be a close one, isn't it? We've got our aggressive friend here. 3 betting versus cutoff 10%. 3 betting versus button 13%. It's pretty high, so I think I'm going to get this one in. If it gets to us, it's going to be a raise, a 3 bet, and then a jam, and then a fold. This guy 3 bet by position. Button 3 bets a lot, small blind not so much, big blind a lot. 3 bet versus cutoff and button 10 and 20% respectively, and he does have a big stack, so there it is. Incoming. Thing about this hand is, you know, I wouldn't do it if we had like 8-4 or something, but you know, 8-9 suited is, yeah, it's going to have equity anyway. But we just read him like a book there. I mean, he was just an open book. So it was just a pretty easy jam. Bottom right's pretty close. I think I'm going to fold there. Be interesting if he if he 3 bet us again. Would we do it again now? It's a close one. You know, hard to say. And this guy is capable as well. I mean, three betting, that's, yeah. The other thing about doing that too is, I mean, you see, can get a bit of respect, which is always good. Having said that, of course, somebody has to pop out a 3-bet. Good on you, buddy. Aptok. This guy is really annoying, actually. I think this guy was annoying earlier, wasn't he? He was just in our face earlier. I think it was the guy that was in our face earlier. Just not sure what to do here. Such a high 3-betting percentage. I'm going to fold. We're just popping back up like a daisy in the bottom right, aren't we? Just popping back up like a daisy. I think Uptok is light a lot there. I really do. He knows he gets good effective leverage. Oh no, our table's disappeared again. I hate it when this happens on B-Win. Are you kidding me? I'll be right back, guys. Back, guys. Had to shut down B-Win, open it back up. The table disappeared. If it's the first time you've heard about that, the B-Win tables sometimes just completely disappear. And I had to restart it. It's back. I shut down Camtasia and other things just in case. Yeah. We seem to be firing on all cylinders now, which is good. We did get a little pot bottom middle. And B-Win did cause me to time out in a couple of tables actually, which was really annoying because I had a couple of good spots. It's rare you play a full day online, multiple sites, multi-tabling, and just don't get a hiccup. It's kind of rare. So just setting up bottom right for the River Gem. See, the SPR is pretty good actually. I don't think we're folding here. Yeah. I was going to check for a moment then if it was bubble, but then I realized, look, we're just not folding. Just don't do folding. Wow, that's annoying. King 8. It's just such a gross open into short stacks, King 8. And then when he gets there, it's just even grosser. I think it actually was pretty close to the bubble, was it? Ah, no, I mean, still, there was 19 left, 15 get paid. Close-ish. A little bit too cheap to fold the twos there. Yeah, I hate that King 8 open into short stacks all waiting to jam. It's pretty gross, I guess. I mean, it's not the direct bubble. I think in the direct bubble it's not too bad, but everyone's still going to be jamming with 3 left. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but you got to remember too, it's not like 3, 6, 7, 8. It's not like there's you know, 1,000 players. Top 100 get paid and there's like 105 left, where you know it's only going to be any minute, you know, because there's a lot of players to bust. I mean, very few players that need to bust and a lot of players left. Well, that's a pretty good flop bottom left, isn't it? Hard to lose that one on the flop. You know, it is only 4 players, so 15 get paid, there's 90 left. It is only 4 players, but you've got to remember it's only a 100-player entry tournament, so And it is only, so what I mean, you know, it's only top 18 paying. You got to lose 4, you know. So you still got to lose like 20% of the, you know, still got to lose like 20% of the field sort of thing. Over 20% of the players left, I mean. Wow, I think I'm going to just fold that. I don't want to look at what they've got. I need more time, but I'm feeling maybe just a fold, but it's close. Ayah. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, we would have lost. We would have lost. What are we going to bring up here? Maybe this one. Let's bring up this. This. This Bossum Titch guy's very good. Underrated player. Very good metagame. And 3, 4, 5. I'm just a little bit worried if I 3-bet him, he shoves on me too often. All in the Triceratops. Come on, sixes. Do it one time. 2 ball. And we have popped back up in that too. We just got a very vulnerable stack size in the top middle at the moment. I prefer to be, if I'm going to open, I prefer to be 4-betting. And if we're going to 3-bet, I don't mind it. But I probably prefer to be slightly shorter. How are we going to play this? I guess I'm just going to bet. Top left, I mean, this is that Samirua guy from the other day. I mean, he just doesn't do folding, never has. And he's a bit of a maniac. Having said that, that is a really, really bad turn card. Really, really bad. Good if we want to bluff. And it is tempting. And he did show us a 9. He showed us a 9, so you know, he's just a guy that just doesn't fold. And just has to play every hand and has to bluff most of them. Which, you know, is not such a bad thing in MTTs, because it gives him a chance to get a lot of chips. And then spew them off just as quickly as he got them most of the time. I wouldn't put him in the fish category, but I'd put him in the vicinity of fish. I think we can probably raise the Queen 10 here, despite what I was just saying about having the stack size that can be abused. I think it's pretty close, but the big blind's been very tight. And we did show that we can not afraid to 4-bet at the final table a bit earlier. Yeah, the hearts before against Samirua, I was thinking about check raising the turn, but he just doesn't fold. You know, we're not folding an ace, we're not folding a queen. We might not fold a pair. He just doesn't do folding. He's pretty fishy. You know, but every now and then, you know, he just plays so many hands. When he goes on a heater, he just gets some massive stack and wins a tournament. So there's you know, he donks off, but he can get chips. And, you know, he can be dangerous too, because of his style. Yeah, the hand where we got chips before was against, there he was. Ace 2 here against good old Steve O'Dwyer. He minned a UTG, and I decided to call with the suited ace. And he flopped top pair, we flopped the over with a nut flush draw. Speed up, please. Let's get to the chase. He checks, we jam, he calls, we get there. And that was that. If it was a tight player, I probably wouldn't have called, but I think well, I mean, Steve's wow, full 3x. How are we going to walk bottom right with aces? No, I guess we're going to fold to this guy 3x. Kind of wanted to raise it though, but he's got a good stack size to raise on. It looks like he's made it 3x because he doesn't want us to attack him or call, which means he might be folding to jams. But at the same time, you know, we don't know. He could be just some sort of kind of beginner. He just doesn't want any silly stuff to happen blind and blind. I mean, we can shark scope him. That might be a good idea. Blossom Titch is playing really well. Always does. Just don't see that guy make mistakes. I just see always very solid. So he defends, and we get a pretty bad flop. It's pretty dry though, so I will go ahead and just bet it. The problem is that he's the sort of player I think check raises on this board a lot, with or without a queen, just because he gets a lot of leverage when he does it. He defends fairly wide, so he can have a 6. So I think I will bet again here, just to try and fold out those sorts of hands. But it's pretty close. I mean, because he has a queen, a decent percentage. He could even have like a pocket 3s or something, I guess. So probably, I don't know if he heroes turn with like 6-7 or a6. He might. It's pretty close here between just barreling it all off here, just shoving, or just checking back. He could have a set of 3s, I guess, as well, stuff like that. I hope he doesn't just have a 3 and call down 6. He could have Jack Queen and just be calling, I guess. Don't know if he has a queen. Queen 10. Just call with Queen 10. Yeah, okay. Good. I think I'm just going to check there. We could go for value, but you know, it looks like he's got nothing. Just tried to get a bit tricky. He could check jam us as well. I mean, we don't tell a very convincing story, but we could have a 9 and play it that way. But to be honest, I was kind of caught up in the top middle hand because I was trying to think if we want to barrel Blossom. I just think barreling in that spot, I mean, he's just snapping with a queen, and yeah, I think it's slightly risky. Well, I mean, not slightly risky. I mean, it's quite risky. But I just don't think he calls turn, you know, with a 6. I think. I mean, I don't think he's going to hero. And at the same time, you know, we still do have M8, well, 7-ish. We still do have a few chippies to play with. 21. Bottom left, I just have no info on that guy. I decided to fold. Could go either way with it. You could jam it. Yeah, I mean, we're still there. I mean, if we get a double up, we're back in business, you know, on the top. So it's a bit of a, I mean, it's not ICM suicide, you know. I don't like giving up on big pots, but it just kind of seemed like he was just letting us barrel that one off, and there's no way he's folding top pair. My first instinct was actually just to check flop. Obviously, wish I had have done that now. But I think it's just a little bit too weak to check flop. Just in case he's got King Jack, 10 Jack, Queen, yeah, King Jack, King 10, 9, 10, 10 Jack, all these types of hands that might sort of see a green light once we check, see the weakness, and just decide that he's going to fire some barrels that we can't call. It's certainly the type of player that likes to put you in difficult spots. And I try to do that to him, but pretty hard when he has Jack Queen there. Wow. That's good for us. Top left, Clutch Hero. One of my teammates at PTJP, Poker Training JP, Japan. I think he just got freaked out because I defended pretty short stacked. And then he got a fairly bad flop. It's 21. I think I'm going to fold bottom middle here. 3-betting goes through my mind though. Just hasn't been quite opening enough, this guy. 13 and 13 from early and mid. If I saw like 14, 15, if I saw like 15 and 25 or something, then I might be more inclined to 3-bet. But this hand I might also be more inclined to 3-bet. The Pocky Kings. Samirua there just defending with the I suppose he didn't 3-bet that. It's kind of weird. Wow. Wow. Oh my lord. This is going to be a big pot, ladies and gentlemen. Probably should have called that. Yeah, I probably should have, ooh. 4, 5, I think I'm just going to jam this one. It seemed like he might be calling, but we are the short stack, we need to get chips. And I do believe he's going to raise fold with some hands there. But I like his play with King Jack. Queen 8 suited I think is a little bit too strong to... I mean, maybe we can call with it. I have to believe he's got a decent raise folding range there though. Wants to keep us under pressure. 15, 20. 20. I think I would just call here. I've got some aggressive players behind. There's a good chance that we get squeezed. And yeah, we keep in Keyhell's weaker holdings that we crush. Come on, somebody jam ace 10. So I think I will call one here. It's a pretty bad card for him to barrel on, so expect him to check a lot. He's probably going to put us on 8s, 7s, something like that. The best card for us, ace or king, is cards that he might actually go to try to bluff on. Hopefully he's got ace 10, ace jack, king 10. Something like that. Damn it. That's the worst case, because if we had a 3-bet pre, well, I dare say he would have folded it. Unless he took things next level and jammed, and then gets there against us. I don't... Well, I think he was a little bit too deep for it, but he is a bit of a... Can be a bit crazy, Keyhell, I think. But I don't think he would have done that. I wonder if any of the other players are observant enough to know that we had ace king there. Probably not. Probably too busy multi-tabling. So the fact that we sometimes flat behind with the big hands to trap goes undetected. And as it was, we ended up trapping ourselves. But, you know, I mean, we did have him crushed like we hoped, and we just didn't get the flop we wanted, and we didn't get the squeeze we wanted behind, so it just went completely pear-shaped. Top right didn't, though. We managed to get there. Barks jamming that stack depth. I think we're going to have to take it. Where's all the 10s? Nope. So I think I'm just going to bet small here against this guy. Can we bet fold? Yeah, I think we can. Can we? Wow. It's kind of a bad card. Hope he doesn't get there with ace high. That'd be pretty annoying. He's raised. We have 4s. And we just take it. Oh, wow. Now he shoves. Now he shoves to the 6. That would be the worst, wouldn't it? Oh my god, he bets. I don't think we can raise. I don't think it. If he's got a 6, it's the worst. Oh my god, too fair. He probably would have shoved the flop though, maybe. I mean, he had a gutser with the over. It's kind of close, I think. That's so annoying. 2 hands now, they get there. We let them get there. Somehow that guy top right let us, well, folded them when they had the 4s. It's enough of that. Get that disgusting stuff out of there and let's bring in some tilt. See if we can win some flips. See if we can win some hands on tilt. Do the unthinkable. We've been unstoppable today on full tilt. We've won I think 2 flips. And we got it in bad and won. And that's pretty rare. Pretty rare for that to happen on full tilt. We're actually doing okay there. Wow. I think I will isolate this guy. because he's limping 41% every second hand almost. If he jams, we can probably just fold, and if he calls, it's only costing us about the amount it would cost us anyway to open, and we weren't going to fold pre if it folded to us, so. It's not too bad a flop. I mean, shouldn't really have that many hands. I mean, they probably would have jammed pairs pre. We've probably got, you know, king jacks, jack queens, ace nines, you know, stuff like that a lot of the time. So I think that small c-bet there should work enough to be profitable. And the 2-7 of hearts, I think we're going to fold that. 6-12, yeah, I think we're probably going to have to take this one. This is one of those ones that's really player dependent. Because what I mean by that is, I mean, if this guy's like a recreational player that doesn't understand jam ranges and only plays pretty tight, then he's going to have big hands. But if he's a decent player and excuse me, understands jamming ranges, then he's going to have a really wide range. Ooh, and a range that might get there with the ace-9. It's kind of annoying because it's coming up on the bubble in that one. Excuse me. 129 left and 117 get paid, so that's a nasty one because we would have had a few chips in the bubble to play with. Could have put them to work. I'm probably just going to have to knit it up now and go into survival mode. But anyway, guys, another level done. A bit sloppy, but some good play and some sloppy play. A bit of a mash. I'll try and clean it up and try and finish off in style. Very key level coming up next one. We're getting deep in some of these tourneys, so I'll see you then.